There's something inside. Boy cries after sitting on old sofa late granny left him. Jason stood in the middle of his late grandmother's dimly lit living room, a sense of disappointment gnawing at his heart. Her house always smelled of fresh roses, but this time, a strange emptiness weighed in the atmosphere inside the two-story cottage. The 15-year-old stood inside Molly's house to see what she had left for him. The older woman passed away after battling cancer, but she had written her will soon after being diagnosed with a life-threatening illness. No one except Molly's lawyer knew about her will. Is this all she left for me? Jason stomped his foot angrily after looking at the old sofa inside Molly's house. He visited the old cottage after his stepmother, Sarah, told him about Molly's will. While growing up, the teenager had heard his father tell him how rich Molly was. Jason looked up to his grandmother after learning she had earned money by working hard all her life. She had saved enough money to spend the last years of her life in peace. While considering his grandmother as his role model, Jason also expected to inherit enough money from her that could help him pursue his dreams. He wanted to study at one of the best colleges in the country, but his parents did not have enough money. As a result, the teenager felt disappointed upon learning that he had inherited just a sofa from his grandmother. "I can't believe this," he muttered under his breath, his voice tinged with bitterness. Curious to find out what was so special about the tattered sofa, Jason plopped down on the three-seater. To his surprise, the couch made a squeaking noise as he landed on it. Feeling suspicious, Jason looked at the sofa with furrowed eyebrows when a sudden realization hit him. "There's something inside," he exclaimed, his heart pounding with excitement. The teenager knelt before the sofa, his thighs resting against the frame as he felt the velvety surface. He meticulously examined every inch of the worn-out couch until his fingers touched a hidden seam at the back. "That's it," he exclaimed before pulling the thread to uncover a hidden compartment underneath the mattress. Unveiling the dark, hidden compartment inside the sofa made Jason realize his grandmother didn't give him the old couch without any reason. She believed her grandson was smart enough to uncover what she had hidden inside it. Jason slid his phone out of his pocket, turned the flashlight on, and bent over to peek inside the sofa. He was shocked to see a small wooden box resting inside. "What's this?" he wondered aloud while pulling the box outside. Trembling with excitement, Jason opened the box to find a folded letter. When he picked it up, he was stunned to see wads of dollar bills, 2 shimmering gold bars, and a few gleaming gold coins. "Oh, my God!" Jason exclaimed, his eyes widening with disbelief. Jason could feel his heart race after feeling the gold bars and coins with his fingers and roughly counting the cash. He was shocked when he realized the magnitude of his discovery. A few minutes later, the teenager opened the letter his grandmother had left with the hidden treasure. She explained why she left his share of the inheritance inside the sofa instead of handing it to his parents. "I have known Sarah for years now, Jason. She might be a good wife to your father, but she is not a good stepmother, sweetheart. I have seen her mistreat you, which shows she harbors ill intentions toward you. Dear Jason, I didn't want to tell her about your inheritance share. I gave some money to your father as his share, but what you have found inside this box is all yours to keep. I hid it from your parents because I was sure Sarah would have taken everything from you. She would have used every penny I left for you, my grandson." At that moment, tears started rolling down Jason's cheeks as he felt the warmth of his late grandmother's love. He could sense the concern she had in her heart and how she wanted to protect him against his stepmother's ill intentions. Despite watching her mistreat him, the teenager had given his stepmother the benefit of the doubt all his life. He respected her because his father loved her dearly, but reading his grandmother's words about Sarah made him feel sad and happy at the same time. He felt sad knowing Sarah had ill intentions for him, but was relieved to see how his grandmother gave him his share of the inheritance. Jason's life took an unexpected turn as the news of his newfound wealth spread throughout the town. Suddenly, long-lost relatives emerged from the shadows and treated him well, hoping he would share his wealth with them. Meanwhile, Sarah's behavior toward him also changed completely. She stopped humiliating and mistreating him. Instead, she would go out of the way to make him happy, but Jason knew it was all an act. All she wanted was a portion of his inherited fortune. Besides using his wealth to fulfill his dream of attending one of the best colleges in the country, Jason took help from the best wealth managers in town to help grow his fortune. Soon, the young boy had millions of dollars in his bank account, but didn't want to let them sit there. Instead of accumulating wealth, Jason used it to bring a positive change in society. Since he understood what it felt like to be unable to attend one's dream college, he established a scholarship and named it after his grandmother, Molly. The wealth that was once confined inside a worn-out sofa was now bringing change in people's lives. If Molly could see her grandson a few years after her death, she would have felt so proud of him after knowing how he had used her wealth.